If you're looking for a solution to display your prized indoor pot plants, then today's DIY project might just be your next Saturday morning project. Today we're going to be making a pot plant stand, but this is no ordinary pot plant stand, which is the best part about it is that it all comes in little pieces that all you have to do is simply assemble. There are a couple of steps that you need to go through in order to choose your choice of color and the finish that you require. But dead easy, and everybody needs more than one pot plant stand. So I love DIYs like this because it's the fun part that I can do and that you can do as well. So take a look here. This is how this guy is. So it comes in a couple of pieces, and all you've got to do is literally screw them together. So you can see there's a little T-piece here. Here there is another T-piece, and then you've got these parts, which are the parts that will attach to our tabletop. It's all in this lovely matte black. You can also choose your choice of finish, whatever will go. But really simple. The hardest part is just screwing it all together. And that makes me absolutely delighted. But there it is, really nice, a good height. And what we're going to work on is the top. Now, you get the top in your kit. No. Yes, you do. You get the top in the kit. So it really comes down to what finish you want, what it's going to look like, and the style. Of course, there's a bit of work that needs to go into this. But guys, this is the fun part in my head. So what you're going to need for this little project is the following. A sander. Now you can, of course, just use a bit of sandpaper with a bit of elbow grease. But of course, this guy does the job. Bit of mineral turpentine. We are going to need for the painting is the next step. So your choice of product, screwdriver to open, little spatula to stir it all up. Steel wool, very important to get that super smooth finish, a cloth and the paintbrush, and that's it. Right, starting off guys, getting the sand, and you can see here that it's not ideal. I mean, it does come part of the kit, which is great. But what we want to do is get this as really smooth as possible. So I've got 120 grit sandpaper on here. You don't need to go too hectic. And let's just give it a nice smooth sand. Remember, even motions, let the tool do the work. There we go. Right. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Always remember when you're sanding, sand with the grain. Okay, just an important tip. Right, next up, what we're going to be doing is just taking this cloth. Let's get all of the excess dust off first. And now to make sure that we're leaving none of that residual, we're just going to take a bit of mineral turpentine, wet this cloth, dampen it with the mineral turpentine, and then just give it a light once over. All that's going to do is just clean it up, get rid of all the excess bits that are lying around there. Next step is an easy one. Leave it to dry for about 10 to 20 minutes. Alrighty, about 20 minutes has gone by, nice and dry, and we're ready to get painting. We're going to be using a polywax sealer for this. It's an interior polywax sealer, protective, 3 coats on it. And to start off, let's get the first coat in. So really nice and easy. Screwdriver, pop this baby open. Now when you're stirring, you'll actually feel the wax at the base. That's not old sealer, no, it's normal. And our job is to use the paddle to stir it up and distribute it nice and evenly. Rightio, folks. Remember, don't dip the whole paintbrush in. It's best to rather little tips, okay? Get off a bit of the excess, paint with the grain, even strokes, and make sure that it really gets in here. Because this is a poly wax, it's going to do an amazing job in terms of protection, and will last you years and years. And because we're using a small tin, folks, and we're probably going to use the entire tin on this, we are not going to decant. If you are working on a larger project and you're using a bigger tin of your sealer, then please do decant it to avoid any contamination. After applying your first coat, just wait a couple of minutes and then you will actually see that it's really starting to suck in. You want to then add more. Add a little bit more until it gives you that glossy appearance. You can see it already. Then what I want you to do is allow it to dry completely. Once it's dried completely, we're going to use some fine steel wool and give it a gentle rub, and that's going to get off any little bits that might have been left there, and then apply the second coat. We repeat the fine steel wool after the second coat as well. And once you've done the steel wool after the second coat, your final coat goes on, after which no steel wool is applied. So now it's time to assemble. So I'm going to choose that as the underside, and all that we're going to do is take this baby over, turn him over like that, right. And now the trick is, guys, to try and get it as center, Mr. Fenter, as possible. Right, folks, now that we're happy with the alignment and where we're sitting, we've got the same space on either side. All it is a couple of wood screws, and in it goes. Ha! Right, and that was as easy or as difficult as it could be. Really nice and simple. Let's pop this little baby down. Oh, caramba! Yes, some lovely objet on here. I think it's really, really fun. And the look and feel is brilliant. The Polywax sealer works against this, the lovely black, and all I need to do now is find its perfect home.